Sunday, December 7th, 1941, the United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan.
A dump there where they kept those things. They had a pile of them big as this room, tarp over. And the Australians would come down and get those things, case after case of them. And I asked one of them one day, I said, aren't you guys afraid to use those damn things? I said, some of them are booby traps. And he said, no. He said, I can tell when they're booby traps. He said, and there's nothing I enjoy more than throwing those damn bombs back at them, those hand grenades back at the Japanese. So they didn't last very long. They got rid of them. That was a kind of a mess there. Went in there at night and you couldn't see a darn thing, and you didn't dare have a light. When I left that ship with that door, I was the first one off. I was in the bow with the dozer, and they dropped that door. And the skipper said, now, you go out there about 50 yards. And you could look right straight behind you and see that blue light in the LSD.
But not off to one side or the other?
If you get one side or the other, you couldn't see it. So all I could do, I couldn't see a damn thing ahead of me. I just went right on out. I got my blade up so if they turned a machine gun on, it would turn the bullets. And I went out there about what I thought was 50 yards and then backed up to the ship. And when I came back, I could, according to that light in the ship, I could run alongside of me, my tracks, just that close to where I was. And there was about 15 or 20 wounded American soldiers laying there. I thought, my God, if I'd just been a foot over, I'd have run right over all of them.
Good gravy. Were they up on the beach?
Yeah. So I told the skipper they ought to get them out of there. I said, someone in taking this machinery off here is going to hit them. But no way. And on the other side of those two tracks, there's a bomb crater about, I expect it was 5 feet deep where they bombed that point. They'd hit it just 24 hours before we got in, and that's when we were supposed to be there, but we had trouble. So
where was that at, Dad? What beach
that was Finchhaven.
Finchhaven.
And,
oh, that's where you went up into that cove or finger and then came back down? What was in the crater? Was there anybody in the crater? Or?
No, but that bomb crater. We just almost had the ship unloaded, and they discovered us, and they started bombing us. They pulled the LSTs all up and took them back to sea. And the last time I pulled out, my dozer slipped off in that crater, and it was just sitting there like that. Of course, it wasn't upset. I wasn't worried a bit about it. I just shut it off and laid down the seat and went to sleep. When the air raid was over, it began to break day. And it was a mess. Mud. And the headquarters outfit and the cooks had set up an area where they could feed us, set up a field kitchen. And about that time here came the Army Command and said, get those men out of here, you're in a line of fire. Said, you've got infantry on this side and the Japanese on the other side. You're in a danger spot. Get them out of here. Our skipper just laughed at him. He said, as soon as I feed them, we'll get them out, or they're going to eat. Now I said, they're beat, they're tired, worn out, hungry. And we did, we ate breakfast and we moved back. Then by noon, the Army moved in and said they had it secured, and the LSTs came back in, we finished unloading. And that first night that we stayed there, the foxholes were full of water. I didn't even get in mine. I just laid there, and I had a hammock between a couple of trees with a mosquito net on. Mosquitoes were terrible. And I was so tired I could sleep anywhere. It didn't make any difference. I didn't even get up. And the next morning when I woke up just about daybreak, you never heard such a racket in all your life. Those jungle birds, you know.
They didn't bother them. All the bombs and everything didn't scare them off.
Evidently not, because, well, that morning was quiet. There wasn't anything there at all. And for a couple of days we didn't have any problems. But we moved back about a mile from where we landed, where the terrain was a little better and had a little better cover, and got away from that river. And I set up a camp. I didn't even move into camp because when we went ashore, we went around by barge around the point there. Where we landed the barges, there was a couple of shelves of rock along them. And we set up a tent with them. Wasn't a tent, it was just a tarp that we had off the ship. And we had a pole up there and had that kind of like an eight on this rock, on this flat rock. And if they hit us with a bomb, they had to put it right on us because it wasn't very wide. And we didn't bother to get out and air raid then. We just sleep right through them. And they came down there and said, you guys are going to have to move into camp. We can't keep track of you. We finally they had our tents fixed up and everything in camp, so we had to move back.
What year was that, Dad?
That was in 43.
Do you remember what month or anything?
No, wait a minute, that's 44. July. No, we left there in July. No, it was 43 when we went in there. Had to be, because we went into Woodlark. That was early in 43, right after we got over there. And we finished up there about Thanksgiving time. And Christmas, 43, we were at Finchhaven.
So it was probably July. No, you left in July?
No, it had been in the fall sometime. Of course, season didn't mean much down there. It was right on the equator.
Everything ran together, kind of.
Mm-hmm.